Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El. So we had some good news from Nintendo. A lot of good things happened and everything. Some things bad, obviously. But today I regret to inform a lot of you guys that there is something going on in the investor world right now. Basically, in a nutshell, Nintendo has dropped tremendously in their stocks. Now, I've warned you guys about this before. I told you guys that's what it looks like right now. Nintendo is very, very careful. They have a very sensitive relationship. They're walking on eggshells, as I told you, with investors, with third-party developers, and so on and so forth. So, I'm going to give you my thing, which I'm sure you guys already know, but I'm going to go first into what is fact of what others are saying who have more credibility than, let's say, an assumption that I have, okay, or that I've been saying in other videos, okay? So basically, it dropped stock at on Friday, about 4%. After that, it dropped for about the following Monday. It dropped about, what was it, 6 additional percent. Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys, got cut off a little bit. I had somebody at the door. So right now, what happened is basically in a nutshell, on Friday they dropped about 4%, and on Monday they dropped an additional 6%. Now there's a lot of theories behind it, but I'm going to go to several things that are happening right now due to this that people think that have credibility and usually have not been wrong. So, for example, Yuji Nakamura, and I'm going to quote to you exactly what they said. So he said, basically, despite Pokemon, Smash Brothers, and Fortnite hype, Nintendo shares getting wrecked. Everyone, including Wall Street, is confused why dropping so much. Best theory is Nintendo has run out of surprises for the Switch this year. Some also worried online service will suck. Okay, so I'm going to get into that also, and pretty much I've said the same thing in my other videos as well. Then you have Dr. Serkan Toto of Katana Games Inc., who basically said Japanese Business Daily, Nikkei or whatever, reports Nintendo's quality of life project might be dead. Nikkei says potential hardware partner Panasonic pulled out from a project in March. Now, basically what it is the what is it called? The quality of life project that they were working on. Nintendo was actually working on a device. Kind of reminds me of that Google thing where you can have an interaction with it. You put it in your house, turn on the lights, it improves your sleep, or all kinds of things with controlling lighting or whatever. It was like a home type system, which gave him an idea to sell, something else. And the fact that Panasonic pulled out in March left a lot of these stockholders, really gun-shy, and they're pretty much mixed up. Now, I personally don't think that's the issue. I think any stockholder knows what Nintendo is. They know that they're a gaming company, and they're depending on the games to actually sell the game. Just like third-party developers, they're depending on people to actually pick up the system. So I disagree with that completely, because that's selling a whole nother product altogether. If that makes us a stockholder iffy or gun-shy because Nintendo's working on another project that Panasonic pulled out of, that's extremely stupid, because it doesn't make any sense. Because Nintendo, obviously, I wouldn't invest in a new technology they're coming out with unless I had the money, of course, because I wouldn't think that, anything they're releasing would be like a prototype. It's kind of like when Red is releasing their phone. I mean, I don't see anybody going out there and buying a Red phone except Red fans. People from the Red 1 cameras. I own myself a Red camera, the Epic. So, I mean, Scarlet, sorry. So the thing is, I also had the Red 1, but I would never, ever, ever buy, ever, a phone made by Red. Okay, so, I mean, again, they might surprise you, but the thing is, I don't think people can hold them, the stock market, the investors in Red will say, well, you know what, just because your phone isn't doing well whenever they come out with it, just because your phone isn't doing well, we're not going to invest in your cameras, even though knowing the cameras are selling well. I think it's just extremely stupid to think that is you know, that what this guy's saying is actually legit. What I do think is what Yuji Nakamura said, which I have stated time and time again, okay? So Nintendo tends to give a lot of information out before they need to give it out, but they're out of surprises pretty much for the year. I mean, Fortnite is coming. I am extremely excited. I released a video about that, and I'm really, really happy that they're coming out. You know, Smash Brothers, a brand new Smash Brothers game. How freaking insane is that? I mean, that is just incredible. And, of course, Pokemon, which obviously when Pokemon was announced, you know, and they showed a little clip, the stocks actually rose a little bit. And people are saying why. Well, the thing is, that a lot of people are accusing the stockholders, the investors, they're accusing them of not knowing what games are. So they're actually waiting. No, it's not. It's not that they don't know what it is. They want to see, any investor, I'm an investor myself, I want to see how the market's doing, especially in a market that's extremely testy like Nintendo, that one day can be great and the next day can flop. Okay? You know, we are very, very cautious as investors in everything we do. So yes, they came out, they wanted to see the reaction. If they see the reaction is good, they invest in the product. It has nothing to do with anything else. The thing is, I think because E3 are not, you know, they spread, it's kind of that feeling they give that Nintendo doesn't really count compared to all the other games on PC, PS4, Xbox One, you know, and all these things on the horizon. I think Nintendo's, they think is going to get steamrolled. The thing is also, not everybody likes Fortnite. Not everybody likes Pokemon. Not everybody likes Smash Brothers, believe it or not. So, I believe the thing that happened was what I said. I think the decrease in stocks is obviously legit. People, yes, they're investors. Even if you're buying a system, you're invested in the system and technically in the company itself, because those prices, you know, those buys reflect the stock market, right? So, a lot of people are very gun-shy, especially the Nintendo Wii U customers. They do not want to spend money on the Nintendo Switch because of many reasons. One is the main reason. The breaking of the Switch already made people extremely paranoid. Nobody wants to actually go out and buy a Nintendo Switch. I did a video and I told you guys the Revision 2, which is the one I have, or the Revision 3 that's coming out that they're calling the Revision 2. It's because of these shady practices, you understand? But the thing is, it's going to be great. It's just the first revision that came out during launch showed, you know, that it breaks on third party. It's just people realized Nintendo gave an impression that you can use every type of thing, and then they screwed it. Instead of apologizing, they did every little sneaky way to get around it. At first they said, give it back to us. We'll, even if you're past warranty, we'll give it to you. Then they switched the warranty and said, well, if you do this and that, we're not going to let, you know, if you do, you know, whatever, if you use a third party, we're not going to replace it. And people, of course, whether replaced or not, lost their saves of tons of hours of games. A lot of people due to that, are a little bit testy. And can you blame anyone who's an investor in the Nintendo world? You know, people like end users, like all of us as well. You know, all of us, before we get a system, we want to make sure it's not another PlayStation Vita, where they abandon the system and run away. Nintendo now doesn't abandon, really. But the thing is, what happens is, if the third-party developers abandon, we're not going to get any games, and it's going to be the Wii U all over again. So a lot of people already are seeing, first off, as a stockholder, I can tell you, if I see a company that doesn't have any type of confidence in themselves, I'm not going to want to invest in that. Now, what do I mean by that? And I told you guys. Well, Nintendo's walking on eggshells with investors, but ultimately, it's like they don't give a damn about their customers or their quality control. But the thing that they do most is cater to third-party mistakes. So the third party, like, let's say, WWE 2K18. A lot of people were tricked in the Christmas and Hanukkah holiday, were tricked to get this game when it was broken, and Nintendo and anybody couldn't even admit their mistake. Nintendo gave the green light, ultimately. So people have a little resentment on Nintendo. A lot of people already have sold their... I mean, look at eBay. You know, it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure this out. There's more used Nintendo Switches out there than there ever was. Okay, so people are giving it up. They don't want it anymore because of things like the bricking issues. You know, they're paranoid over that, and they have every right to be. The issues that they're coming out with remakes all the time, which already shows... As an investor, a person, let's say, who loves games, if I was you know, if I'm doing an analysis on them, I'm like, wait a second. These guys are not investing money in new games. They're investing money on remakes because they're playing it safe. So why should I not play it safe? You understand? That's how, you have to understand, it all comes down to the money game. And how do you expect to get the Wii U people to jump over to the Switch? I know all my friends and family will not jump over because most of the games are remakes. Okay, it doesn't. There's no. I mean, for God's sakes, even Zelda Breath of the Wild. One of the main reasons almost everyone got the Switch is on the Nintendo Wii U. Okay, so, and what they don't understand is Nintendo is that there's also a Wii U emulator that people are playing Breath of the Wild, and it looks crazy better than the Nintendo Switch because you can increase the resolution. So when you get stuff like that, and portability, of course, isn't an issue, you're not going to jump over, so you're giving up already on a huge market of your loyal fan base, Nintendo. And I called them out on this many, many times, but they don't listen. I got some thumbs down from Nintendo fanboys. Well, here it is, guys. I mean, stocks always rise and they fall. That's not the issue. But the thing is, when you're riding that wave, you got to make sure that that wave carries you for as long as it possibly could. And Nintendo, I said this from the get-go, are screwing themselves, and eventually shit is going to hit the fan. Okay? And it did. Okay, dropping to, 4%, then 6% in addition. 10%, we're talking about a huge drop in stock right here. And it's not because they're confused because of the quality of life other project they're working on. No. It's because they ran out of surprises, like Yuji Nakamura actually said. But it's more like what I said, I've been saying in these videos. People are not investing in the Nintendo Switch because, A, they are either, worried about it, turning into a mess with an update. You saw what happened. It bricked many systems. They're scared another update's going to do that, which is stability, security. All of this is down. The second thing is the games that are remakes. I would not, if I didn't have portability as an issue, I would not jump to the Nintendo Switch. I just wouldn't do it. So I mean, that's just common sense. But because I wanted portability, I love the Nintendo Switch. And now I love it. I don't regret my buy at all. Because I wasn't affected by the bricking and so on and so forth. Okay? Another thing is a lot of people believe the internet thing is going to be a screw-up. Amazon right now, this is, I think, another big, big mistake Nintendo is doing. I think it's very, very stupid. That they're taking pre-orders, whatever the hell that means. Pre-orders for the online service. $4 for the first, like, a month, or by month, or I think it was $20 for a year. Great prices. But then, as an investor, you got to say, why are they pre-ordering this crap? What's going on here? Why are they trying to... they're not coming out with this till September, I believe, and they're already taking pre-orders. Is there a need for pre-ordering? Are you online to pre-order, like you're going to be on a queue, and you're not going to make it? It's going to run out, and nobody could join their server anymore till a certain cutoff point? I mean, what's going on here? This is the way Nintendo operates is confusing in general. So I don't blame these investors who know the stock market inside out to feel a little bit worried about all of this shit hitting the fan. The decrease in sales might be an issue. Okay, or maybe it wasn't a decrease in sales. Maybe they just didn't hit the projection, though. That was a projection, goal, a number, and they didn't hit that, and they didn't feel it was right for them to join that, to actually invest that much. And I mean, even if you look at it, there's a reason Nintendo's walking on eggshells here. I mean, the third-party developers, a lot of them now are starting to work with Nintendo. But of course, if they start seeing this, they might decline as well. Again, they're off their money as well. But the thing is, what you notice is that they're extremely careful with every little thing, Nintendo. So they have their third-party developers that are kind of iffy. Some people want to work with them, some people don't. They're, I mean, look what happened with WWE 2K18. They just released it. They didn't even care about what Nintendo fans want, what the concern is, nothing. They released it and it was broken. Just like the NBA Live in the beginning, it was out of sync and everything. It's like, they just don't care. They look at Nintendo and say, okay, we'll give you a port. And they throw it on and not give a crap. And Nintendo, because they're desperate, they're going, well, we'll give you a thumbs up. I remember a time where Nintendo didn't work with many companies in the beginning in 1988 when they came out with the NES. Every system in the world, game company in the world wanted to get in, and they would be so picky on who they want to pick before slapping that Nintendo seal. Today, it looks like the Nintendo seal is going on everything. That's what it looks like. Nintendo made up excuses for their downfalls. They, instead of admitting and owning up to the problems, to the issues, they made all kinds of excuses about it, blaming the customers, basically saying it was the third-party thing when everyone and their mother in the Nintendo world, in any Nintendo world you go to, all their reps have said that it will work with any USB-C. Even they actually said with the phone charger, you can actually charge it, and no, you can't. Okay, so there's all kinds of huge stinking issues that are going on, and a lot of the fan base feel cheated. A lot of the fans sold their Nintendo Switch. These are loyal fans, and they're selling their systems on eBay because their systems, either they're afraid because they bought it close to launch date and they want to get another one, or possibly they just don't want to play this game of, here I am playing Breath of the Wild or, any other game that requires hours of saves, and I'm going to lose it all in a heartbeat. Nobody wants that, so they give it out, and that's it. Nintendo, you got to work on your quality control, damn it. I've been saying that in every video. You have released great games, amazing games. Mario Tennis, I'm a big fan. I'm not a Mario Tennis guy, and I really love that you guys released the demo. You said, here it is, guys. Here it is, Nintendo fans. We are so confident that you're going to love our product, that we're giving you guys a demo to try it. Which they used to do back in the day in the PC world. Because now people don't do that anymore because of a simple reason. People are not confident in their products anymore. Because they know that if a person sees crap, they're not going to buy the game. And therefore, it's going to cost them a lot of money. And they rather the person get suckered or whatever and just get it. And at least they make their money. They make their share. Okay? So Nintendo got to work on their quality control. Another thing, game development. Okay, right now they're releasing Wolfenstein. They're releasing so many great games, and I'm really happy and excited. But after what happened with the Wii U fiasco, they got to really up their game. It's not just competing with Microsoft and PlayStation 4. They're not really competing with them. They're competing as a handheld market. And as I'm going to tell you guys in my previous video, I gave you guys description about the Nintendo 3DS that they're trying to get, they're trying to zone it out. Even though they're coming out with a new one now with the Zelda one and all that. They're trying to zone it out, basically, to make this the official, to put it in the hands of each person. Instead of one system per household, it'll be a Nintendo Switch in every person's hand in the household. Okay, so they're actually working on doing that kind of stuff. So that might increase productivity. That might not. I don't see little kids, unless they come out with a smaller Switch, I don't see little kids going for anything else but the 3DS, but I might be wrong. I don't know. The thing is, Nintendo's got to get their act together and realize that since the past screw-up, they got to up the ante. So yes, other systems might come out with, let's say, a brand new game, even though it's more, but let's say 1 per month. They need to release 2 or 3 per month. You get it? I'm just giving you a rough stats here. The reason why is you have to understand that from the beginning, every game system that won didn't win because the game system was powerful. The Dreamcast was way more powerful than the PlayStation 2. And the PlayStation 2 won. Why, people? Okay? Also, Sega Saturn was stronger than the PlayStation original. Why did PlayStation win over the Saturn? Why did PlayStation 2 win over the Dreamcast? For a simple thing, it's because of the content. They had tons of games to play, while the other systems did not. And this is what Nintendo needs to understand. They understood this in the early Nintendo days. They defeated Atari. They defeated every type of system that wanted to go against them, including Genesis, because they were the market. They had the most games. Okay, so they need to understand right now. That's why people went to Super Nintendo. Even when Genesis, was there. Super Nintendo they went to because, again, it's the content. The amount of games that are released is going to be the one that is going to make you the most loved. You need to make relationships out there, but most important, you got to come out with a lot of games. Microsoft, in the beginning, when they came out with Xbox, you saw PlayStation still won because, again, they had a bigger library than Microsoft. But if you notice, Microsoft took a loss in the Xbox and then somehow became a success, afterwards. But they're still, trailing the PlayStation because PlayStation has more content. You guys have to understand, the PlayStation 4. You guys got to understand that content is what's going to make them win this video game war. They're not going to compete in terms of graphics. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One destroy it. Hell, PlayStation 3 can make this into like a little smashed cockroach. Okay, that's what it is, guys. So the only way Nintendo could win is to actually do what they said. Oh, we're not worried about graphics. We're here to release fun games that people love. So release them. Release a crap ton of games that are amazing. Stop letting games like WWE 2K18 through the, or Troll through the net, and then, you know, and slap a Nintendo seal on it. Don't do that, because the second you do that, fans are starting to lose faith in you. And when you come out with remakes, be smart. Like, for example, when Bayonetta was released, release Bayonetta 3. And if you want to make money, release afterwards Part 1 and 2. Or release 1, 2, and 3 as a collaborative unit, as one price that you can get all of them like they're doing with Mega Man. And you could get all of them, 1, 2, and 3, if you buy the deluxe edition. You'll make all your freaking money. But Nintendo doesn't listen. Nintendo's constantly releasing games and marketing them like new. I love Tropical Freeze. I thank you guys for wanting me to get it, so I got it for you guys. And then I end up not regretting it. I thought I was, because they marketed an old game like a $60, you know, for $60, like it's a brand new game. And the way they had a commercial about it, just because they put Funky Kong in there. I mean, yes, they did the fur and whatever, but they made it seem like it's a brand new game. They're not even saying the remake or whatever. They marketed it like a brand new freaking game, and people were really pissed off about it. It's time to release a new Donkey Kong. It's time to release Nintendo. Hell, work on another Zelda. You know, that's the thing that did great for you. You know, everyone's gonna buy it. Work on hire somebody else to do a wrestling game, or make sure 2K does a good job, or get them the hell out of here and hire somebody else to do it. Hell, Bethesda, I bet you, would do a great job on that. Okay? You know, developers, third-party developers like Bethesda is amazing, incredible. Nintendo, Doom and Wolfenstein. I mean, look how it looks. It looks so amazing. Even though there's a downgrade in the graphics a little, you could barely notice it. It's so damn good. So anyways, Nintendo, hope you can learn from it. And to all the Nintendo fans out there, I'm a fan myself, but push them. That's all I got to say, is push them to make sure this unit lasts us for a very long time. I don't see Nintendo ever abandoning it. And don't be paranoid, because stocks raise and fall, okay? And to all you guys that are a little bit paranoid over the Nintendo world, just remember one thing. If you buy a brand new Nintendo Switch now, it will not be bricked so far. Yes, I don't think they're going to come out with another update that's going to brick Switches. I don't think they're going to do that. Okay, they did it accidentally. I'm sure it wasn't. It might be purpose. You never know. But I don't think it was, you know, it was done just to protect them from being hacked. Right now, when they're going to be releasing the Revision 3, that's actually going to have, you know, the NVIDIA chip that's going to be all closed up, because, again, the geniuses there didn't understand that that one was the one that had exploits. They just slapped it on the Nintendo, and boom, everybody could hack it. So I think also the hacking community in general, I think right now, and the loss of the Virtual Console could also be a #1 reason why people are not buying the Nintendo Switch. It could also be a reason why the stock market is going down, because investors are like, what the hell? They're not, you know, we're trying to make money any way we can. If they release this, this will happen. Why are they not doing this? Why are they not doing that? You understand? It's all a nightmare. It's not, it doesn't come to a simple thing. It's just they ran out of surprises. I don't really think it's just that. It's a combination of a bunch of crap that Nintendo is doing. And Nintendo has, you know, people who do business analysis and everything. And they're not, sorry, the stock market, the stock people have, you know, the investors have many people who do business analysis and everything. And they do also, they have billions of people who do marketing research, okay? Internet research. And if they start reading nonstop complaints from people on, you know, from forums saying their system blew up or all this crap is happening, you know, games are being released as garbage and tricked everybody into buying it in the holiday season, like WWE 2K18 or even the NBA in the beginning. They fixed it, but in the beginning they had a lot of issues. I remember people were posting making fun of Nintendo Switch, saying they're all graphically impaired. They can't play these rough games. Not blaming the company who actually just released the port the easy way, released it without even doing any type of quality control. Nintendo didn't do any quality control. They just released it. Here, green light. Seriously. So, I mean, because of these things, Nintendo got to realize that their people, the people like us who are buying their system, are what's going to benefit them in the long run. If there's sales from the people, that means more content, more everything, there's more people buying your system, stocks will rise. Again, supply and demand. Third-party developers will run after you. You don't have to run after them. They will run after you. Okay? Because they will see that everybody is getting a Switch and they want their damn games. But if you release very few games and acting like you don't have any competition in the handheld world, you're forgetting that you also marketed this as a system. And a person who has to pick between a PlayStation 4 or Xbox, if portability is not an issue, they're going with a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One, believe me. But if you release more content of games that everyone loves, and other companies starts investing time in you, and you have games that are exclusively made for you because of that, you're going to have everyone running to the Switch. Even if they have other systems. I have a PlayStation 4, I have a Nintendo Switch. I bought it solely for the purpose of WWE 2K18. Really, solely for that and Zelda. And, well, we saw how 2K18 turned out. But Zelda was amazing. And I love Mario Odyssey. The second that baby came out, I was like... Because to me, portability is an issue. So I didn't care about the Wii U version. I love that. I even got that Donkey Kong game you guys requested me. I loved it because I could play it on the go. So that's all I got to say about this. Let me know down here, down below. As always, self-funded. The only thing I ask is that you guys like the video, share the video, subscribe, and hit that bell button. I know it seems like a lot, but... what I'm saying here, it will help out this channel tremendously. I'm self-funded here, give you guys honest reviews in everything that I do, and every type of research that I do. I'm 100% honest and accurate based on what I think. And when I say assumption, I say assumptions, but at the same time, it makes sense. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'd like to hear about it. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.